Beginning at the car park in Wasdale Head, this route to Kirk Fell, Pillar and Red Pike follows the valley floor of nearby Mosedale and heads up to the top of Blacksail Pass. A short but fairly easy scramble up Kirk Fell crags leads to the 802 metre summit of Kirk Fell, with spectacular views of Scafells Pike and Great Gable. Returning down the same route to Blacksail Pass, the route begins the ascent up to the highest point on the entire walk, Pillar, at 892 metres above sea level. From here the path heads southwest past Wind Gap and over Black Crag to turn left to the 826 metre summit of Red Pike, before starting the descent down to Door Head and along the steep path beside Door Head Screes, down to the valley floor and back to Wasdale Head. The large car park at Wasdale Head is the perfect place to begin any walk exploring the valley or nearby mountains. Following the road into the tiny village, the route passes the infamous Wasdale Head Inn, which should be stopped at on the way back for a tasty meal or celebratory drink. Behind the inn, the route passes an ancient packhorse bridge and picks up the path into Mosedale. If you're enjoying this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell to keep up to date. Mosedale is a beautiful valley surrounded by some of the highest peaks in the area and usually traversed on the way up to Blacksail Pass. The route actually takes in both sides of the valley, with the descent passing Ritson's Force on the other side. Blacksail Pass climbs steadily up to a depression between Kirk Fell and Pillar. It's here that the path turns right and scrambles up the rocky northwestern corner of Kirk Fell, known as Kirk Fell Crags, and almost qualifies as a Grade 1 scramble. Don't let this put you off, as it should be well within the capabilities of most hill walkers, and the summit is easily reached once at the top of the crags. After such a steep ascent, the fell really levels out and it's a gentle walk to the 802 metre summit of Kirk Fell, with its superb view to Great Gable, the entire Scafells Massif, and Pillar to the north. Descending back along the same path and back down Kirk Fell crags, the path continues up the gentle slopes of Lookingstead and begins the tough ascent up to the highest point on the entire walk, Pillar. The path up is rocky but not as severe as Kirk Fell crags, and is energy sapping, but the views into Ennerdale really open up, and the spectacular craggy north face of Pillar fuel the legs to eventually reach the trig point at 892 metres above sea level. The summit of Pillar is remarkably flat compared to the rocky and craggy outer reaches, and to get the most out of this fell, a short detour northeast to take in the drama of the north face is absolutely essential, and from this point it's possible to see the impressive feature that gives the mountain its name. Pillar Rock is considered the birthplace of climbing in the Lake District, with the first ascent recorded in 1826. Heading southwest from the summit leads down the rocky ridge that narrows towards the bottom and requires a little easy scrambling to descend. This is the ridge to Wind Gap, and as the name would suggest, this pass becomes quite windy, even if it's just a gentle breeze on the summits, due to the wind being channeled through the valleys. Ascending on the other side again requires movement over rocky ground, to reach the minor peak of Black Crag, which can be missed if desired, but the view from the summit is well worth the extra effort, with a full-length view of Windgap Cove and High Beck to the stunning valley of Ennerdale. Another short detour that is an absolute must is the walk to the northern edge of the ridge between Black Crag and Kirk Fell. This gives a bird's eye view of Merk Cove, but also allows for an uninterrupted view of the mighty steeple on the far side as it rises like a shark's fin out of the valley floor. Continuing the walk, keep to the left path that skirts the top of Black Combe and Mosedale, with dramatic views down to the valley floor. This leads to a gentle path ascending to the summit of Red Pike, and what a mountain this is. Rising gently from the waters of Bhutan, the fell plummets on its northeastern side like a breaking wave and offers tremendous views across Mosedale to Kirk Fell and Pillar. The southern ridge of Red Pike is followed in descent along a well-defined path until Door Head is reached, which provides a choice of descents from there on. It's definitely worth stopping every now and then to take in the spectacular view ahead, over Ubarrow to the Scafells. At Door Head, turning left would lead down one of the steepest paths in the Lake District, beside Head Screes. The path is manageable, but there is a slight risk of slipping on the scree or loose stones, and if this is not an option for you, then turn right at Door Head, which will take an alternative path along Overbeck and down to the Wasdale Road, and adds on around 2 miles extra. The path down Head Screes begins almost non-existent but quickly materialises just after the first grassy section, and it seems to endlessly zigzag its way down the side of the gully. The path really is as steep as it looks, but it is the quickest way off the fell if needed, and also allows for the exploration of the western side of Mosedale once on the valley floor. The floor of Mosedale is followed for only a short way before entering a small area of woodland, with the optional detour to visit Ritson's Forced Waterfall. After heading through the gate, the path descends down to Mosedale Beck and immediately arrives at a lovely waterfall, which most assume is Ritson's Force, but this is not the case. Simply follow the path along the beck downstream for a further 100 metres or so to a more spectacular waterfall, which is Ritson's Force. Backtrack up to the path through the gate and continue along this path as it gently descends into Wasdale Head and eventually back to the main car park. If you're enjoying this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell to keep up to date. And if you would like more information, just leave a comment below.